Hi everyone, welcome to Homeschool Autism Life. My name is Jamie and today's video is a continuation of my open collaboration with Jessica from the Waldock Way and Abby from Rooted in Rest. And this month's show and tell is all about how we do nature study. Now, I will be perfectly honest and say that nature study wasn't a big part of our homeschool, and still isn't in some ways. I really learned about it from watching families or moms on YouTube talking about nature study. Just videos from Abby from Rooted in Rest, but also from Simply Charlotte Mason, and just realizing that that was a key component of a Charlotte Mason education. And so while I'm not full Charlotte Mason, I don't have tons of their curriculum and stuff like that, I really enjoyed the idea of really inspiring my kids to look around them and see the things that they might be interested in, and just really, highlight God's creation. So the interesting thing about our family, and I've said this in I don't know how many videos, is how do I adapt it for my special needs son? I have a 12-year-old autistic boy and two typical girls, but each one has a limitation. So one of the limitations is where we live. We live in a place where on average we have 7 to 9 months of winter depending on what the year looks like, and my son hates being cold. So outside time can be very narrow, or it can be a lot longer depending on the activity that we're doing and whether he's really enjoying himself. I have a daughter who doesn't, she got stung by a wasp and is a very, very sketchy about bugs outside. Any noise now, she's like, oh my goodness, and freak out and run away. So I've got those types of things. My son also has not had the sun on his skin for probably about 2 years. He is also not a big bug guy, and so he wears jeans and like the lightest cotton button-up shirts I can find for the summertime. And so all of those things contribute to not a huge love of being outside. And so learning how to kind of expand that time is a big part of our nature study, essentially. So the one thing that we do, or I try to do, is every 2 weeks I get the kids outside. We go for a walk to the library, or we go walk to do errands or whatever. And the title card on this video is actually just yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the day before. It might have been the day before. We went out to do a whole bunch of errands, and we saw a huge flock of bird eating the little dried up berries on the tree, and they were just going back and forth, didn't mind us at all. And so I was really able to take the time to stop and enjoy watching that with the kids. They were loving it. Even Darian was like, wow, what's going on here? And there was a photographer who was there talking and telling us about these birds and how they weren't migratory birds. They weren't just here for a little bit, other than once the berries were gone, then they would go to the next town and find more. So it was really awesome, a lot of fun. And so it's really just every time we go out, me trying to find something that I can pinpoint and focus and go, look at that, a beautiful sun, or look at those mountains. That's what my son calls the hills that are at a distance. And just, really highlight God's creation as we are out and about in nature. The other thing that we do for nature study is I bought the Good and the Beautiful Nature Notebook. And I've got them in these little do-it-tangs, but I only do a season in each one. I find that the big book is a little bit too much to handle when they're going out and about. And it isn't really a part of our regular homeschool schedule. I don't have this scheduled. It is more like If I notice that, you know, they're running out of things to do outside, then I hand them this. So this is their summer ones, and we've only got a few pages in, but I am completely okay with that because that never gets old. I can always go, okay, go pick a page and go outside and do that in the summertime. Or maybe, no, these might be the fall ones, and these are the summer ones. So I just go to my thrift store and I get some duotangs, and literally that's all I do. I put their summer ones in there, and that's all I do. But it's a great way to go, okay, you guys want to get an activity done, off you go, have some fun outside, fill it in, don't fill it in, whatever. But it's more of a way of, my daughter was really excited about the idea of starting this at the very beginning because she was like, oh, I get to be creative. I get to rub. One of the things that they talk about is finding a leaf and make a rubbing on it, on the paper. I don't know how, I don't have words today, but it's a mom brain. So that's really what I've been enjoying about nature study, is the fact that it doesn't have to be something concrete. It doesn't have to be something that is heavy. It's something that I can go, okay, I want this to be something that we're mindful of, but I don't have the expectation of,
what are you supposed to do?
What are you supposed to do? I don't want it to be something that it's an expectation on me to fill in and have, you know, yes, we checked that off. And I don't want my kids to have that expectation that they need to finish 5 pages today, or they haven't got it done. Oh, would you like some popcorn? Yes.
Breakfast and candies.
Breakfast first, then candies. Okay. So one of those great things that I really enjoy about nature study is the fact that it can be made to fit our lifestyle, fit the way we do things. It can be a fun Friday activity. It can be a Saturday activity. It can be you're done all your school. Do you guys want to do your nature notebook today, or do you want to just go play? I love the flexibility of it. So I hope that this has been helpful. I hope that that takes some of the pressure off, because I think sometimes we can have a list in our head of all the things that we want to teach, all the things that we want our kids to learn, and it can become this huge, overwhelming list. And I've been really, really happy with the idea of going, you know what? There are things that we absolutely have to have lists for, and then there are some things that I just want this to become a lifestyle choice, something that they carry throughout their lives, noticing the beauty around them that God has created. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I hope you're enjoying all the other videos in this playlist. Thank you to Abby and Jessica, and have a wonderful, wonderful day, folks. Bye.